Join us every Sunday for an episode of the Digital Business Forum
at 2 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. MST, 5 p.m. EST, and 10 p.m. GMT.
This forum will feature successful, experienced digital business owners with inspiring information to help you make that informed decision about starting your own digital business. By starting your own online business, you will have more free time to take control of your life, create generational wealth, retire early, and make money from anywhere in the world with just your laptop, phone, and internet. If this resonates with you, don't miss this Sunday. Digital Business Forum. Be informed, be inspired.
Welcome once again to this weekly Digital Business Forum. From wherever you're watching us, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is David. I'm a senior advisor on cybersecurity here in the US, and I'm also a digital business entrepreneur. I'm hosting tonight with Dorothy. Dorothy, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. If it's your first time to see me, my name is Dorothy Nakalema, and I'm an entrepreneur and a digital I'm a proud business coach, like online business coach. Okay. So, a mom, a wife. That's a little bit about me. Back to you, David.
Oh, thank you. Today, interestingly, we had a host that had a challenge and was unable to join us. However, we are here as usual to inspire and to inform and to help you and I grow together. Okay. Today, there was something very interesting we were talking about before we started, and we're like, when does somebody really stop working? Besides what we know, for instance, in this economy, in this world where we are at, people retire at 65. But we all know that life continues beyond 65. And a lot of people at 65 are still very energetic. Okay? People are still energetic. They can still do a lot of good in contributing to the economy, to continue to develop their families and things of the nature. So then what happens at 65? What happens when you're not relevant on the job market? And that was one of the issues or questions that we're trying to look at and say, you know what? That's quite a challenge, because we've seen and been around people in our community that have retired. We've had nice parties welcoming them into retirement. And then you realize that after a couple of months, their lives, take a turn. They are bored. They want to find something else to do. They're trying all sorts of avenues they've never been trained to do before, and it can be frustrating. They end up driving Uber or finding something to do, because the man or woman in them still feels that they can do more. And in a way, interestingly, it just fits into what we are talking about every Sunday, okay? Because look at this opportunity we keep talking about: going digital, starting your own online business with mentorship, coaching, and sponsorship, okay? Meaning you don't necessarily have to be tech savvy. You will have a coach and a mentor to hold you by the hand all the way until you are able to successfully run your own online business, okay? And we're thinking, you know what? I think this is one of those opportunities where you're not bound by retirement, the age of retirement, because the age of retirement or the retirement age is mainly, it has mainly to do with the 8 to 5 traditional jobs that we do, okay, into employment. But if you're running your own business, we like we always say, you're limitless. This is an opportunity to continue going. And what a way to actually consider planning for your retirement by going digital, okay? Start now, learn with training wheels, and we are saying eventually you'll be thankful that you took the decision today. Dorothy, what do you have to say about this? I think I just introduced the entire concept and idea, sufficiently. What do you have to say about, retirement or the age of retirement vis-a-vis working digitally or starting your own online business? I think you're muted, Dorothy.
Oh no, sorry. So thank you so much, David. And I would like to thank everybody who is watching us live. You can tell us where you're watching us from. And don't forget, guys, there's a gift at the end of the year. If you're watching us every day, just make sure you note all whatever we are like sharing here. At the end of the year, we will have a simple quiz, and then whoever will win that gift, we will tell you with time. Just keep in tuned, and the rest will be history. So we are here as the Digital Business Forum. Be informed, be inspired, and we are produced for our guest. We had a guest today, but unfortunately she had some conditions whereby she couldn't be with us here. So we're sorry and we apologize for that. And the other thing is our co-host Dorothy, quick recovery. She's sick and probably she's gonna be fine very soon. She's a doctor, so she's working on herself, right? So quick recovery to you, our dear co-host. Hope you get well soon. And so back to the question, to the submission, David. To me, when you're like submitting or the conversation, it's all about when do you realize that it's time for retirement, right? Hope I have it right, David. Right? Okay. So to my understanding, it's like, what is your exit plan? What plan do you have? What is your exit plan? To be honest, this is the scenario. From the day you graduated till to date, you're still working. So let me say you graduated at 25, okay? 25, 30, like 25, 10, 15, 20, 40, or even 30 years, you're still working from the day you graduated. That means if you graduated at 25 and till to date, you're still working. Let me say now it's almost 20, 25 years or 30 years down the road from the day you graduated. That's how old are you now? So let me assume from 25, you've been working for other 35, that is 55. So all that period, you have been working and working for retirement, right? I sometimes I feel like I even ask myself then, what is the meaning of retirement? Because if you're working for the retirement, are you going to enjoy in your retirement age? We all know our retirement is just have peace of mind. Sometimes that's when even you start to develop those healthy conditions because of the age and this. So now, if you're working like there's no tomorrow, and at the same time you cannot enjoy your life, because before you know it, you're clocking your retirement, and then what next? So that is the reason as to why we advise, or we came here to inspire and inform you. David, can you hear me clearly? Okay.
Yeah.
So
I can hear you.
That is the reason why we are here, to inspire and to be informed, like to inform you and to inspire you that in life you cannot build a generational wealth, or you cannot be rich on just a 9 to 5 job. And I always say, if you're from a rich family, if maybe your parents or your grandparents, they are the one created that richness in your family, then you have to think about that. Okay, if I'm from a rich family, well, but if you're not from a rich family, then you have to create that family, right? So if you cannot create it, then who is going to create it? At the end of the day, then you're giving burden to great grandkids because now they have to do it. But if you create it for them, then they're better. Oris earlier is the better. And now, sometimes people, they think that they're from rich families, right? But to be honest, if you're from a rich family, but if that person who created that richness, like that wealth in your family, one day, one time, if that person is not there, can you really still live that lifestyle? If not, then you're not from a rich family. Okay, so if you're not, caught me well, if the person who created that wealth in your family, one day, one time, if this person is not there, can that family still live the lifestyle they are? If not, then you're not from the rich family. So what do you have to do? You have to create your wealth family before it's late. So that's one of the main reasons why we come up with this, ideas, how you can start up your own business, like doing it digital. You all know that we cannot build legacies through our 9 to 5, because at the end of the day, then you don't have your exit plan. Because your exit plan is, okay, when I lose my 9 to 5 job, or when anything happens to me whereby I cannot go to that 9 to 5 job again, can you still live that lifestyle or not? If you cannot, then you better wake up and look for something whereby it can generate what we call the passive income. Passive income. Passive income, you can go and Google about the passive income. Or most of us, or most of the people who are still doing the 9 to 5, I'm not saying that the 9 to 5 job it's bad. No, it's good. That's where I started from. And trust me, you cannot just come straight away and say you want to start your business. It is a process. Of course, you have to get that 9 to 5 so that you get that capital, you get ideas on how you can then start your own business. Okay, so I'm not saying that the 9 to 5 job it's bad. No, it's really good, because that's where you have to start from. It's like you giving birth and then the following day you want your baby to start walk. No way. Your baby has to go to the 9 to 5. They have to go sit, the crawling. So it's a lot of process you have to go through. So I want you not to quote me, but like wrongly, that the 9 to 5 it's bad. It's good, but it's for you to have a route. Get a route for you to build your own business, because at the end of the day, at school we all trained to be employees. So, and if you're an employee, to be your own boss, you find it on a way. You find it in a way. You have to look always on how you're going to, how you will be your own boss. You're going to find it on a way and create those stream of incomes whereby you're like, okay, even if I work, even if I don't work, I can still live my lifestyle. Okay, I can even leave this question out there. If you're watching this, you can put it in a comment section and tell us that if you spend 6 months, if you spend 6 months without working, can you still manage to pay your mortgage or your rent? So if you cannot, then you're still living an active income. An active income, you can deactivate it. That means if you don't report at work, if they fire you, if maybe the company you're working for, they're gonna close for some reasons, that means you deactivated your income. And once you deactivate your income, then what next? You cannot afford your mortgage, you cannot afford your rent, you cannot afford your lifestyle, right? So to me, I just leave that questions to whoever you're watching this, just put it in a comment section. Can you live the lifestyle you are in once you lose that job you're doing right now? Put it in the comment section, and back to you, David.
Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you for your submission, Dorothy. Very interesting. Vis-a-vis doing what we do, okay? We all have our regular jobs in whatever field or profession. And we are saying that the whole idea of retirement, I wouldn't want to use this word, but let me use it. To me, retirement and the retirement age is a scam, because you can't tell me that at 65, okay, you you set an age standard for everybody to retire at a certain age. We are not built the same way. At 50, some people are just starting. At 50, some people are just starting to be highly productive, in as far as they look at life, investment, and doing business. They think that this is my time to, start running things. Okay. We know people that have actually made it so well in life, beyond the ages of 60, say 60, I mean, beyond the age of 65. So to me, I think it's the biggest lie that's out there, that you're going to retire at 65, because at 65 you'll still continue um, to feed yourself, feed your family, take care of things, your lifestyle, how you've been living, travel, all these things that you want to do. Some people want to retire into sporting, like golfing and doing all these things. They require money. These are expenses, okay? And you need to be prepared for this kind of lifestyle. So when we say that you should have some kind of exit plan, it means that ideally, when they say you're finished at 65 and they're sending you with a package, okay, into your retirement, we're saying that what a way to start looking at life and build onto these digital technologies, build onto them, and create some kind of side hustle or side business, grow it and retire into it. Because with this, you're limitless, okay? And the beauty is you have training wheels. You have a coach, you have a mentor, you have help, there's a community. So personally, I'm thinking that it's one of those ways that you can embrace, okay, and build yourself something. But there are several other ways. There are several other opportunities out there. All I'm saying is, if you're cut out to do something like this, you should give it an opportunity. You should go into the comment section. There is a link. You want to learn more, click and do some due diligence, and you'll thank us later. Back to you, Dorothy.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, David. We have a comment here says that I can live my lifestyle for 3 months without a job. Well, thank you very much, Peter. So now, after 3 months, is your life ending? What next? So, we were specifically talking about like, even if anything can happen for you, can you still live alone your lifestyle? But even people who are depending on you, if you're a breadwinner, can your people still live that lifestyle? I'm not talking about the 3 months. 3 months, everybody who is living on a 9 to 5 job, if you really have a good job, you can really spend even 3 months without working, and you can still live that lifestyle. But then after 6 months, what next? Sorry, after your 3 months, then what next? Is it the life ending there for you? Or so we're trying to put a picture, like we're trying to put to look further, like, okay, last time I remember I gave an example of Apple devices. Apple devices, the person who started this company is no more, right? That is Steve Jobs. And guess what? till to date, the business is existing. The iPhone is existing. Even they've just created, I think, the iPhone 16. It's already out. So that means the person is no more. But can you tell me that even the account, nothing goes there, yet the business is existing? Guys, do you get my point? I don't know, David, do you get the point I'm trying to deliver? So, yeah, it's like that we are trying to advise people to start up like something whereby it is a passive income. You know, if you can still spend the 3 months well, everybody is having that 9 to 5 job, everything. If you're still an employee and you really have a good job, yes, you can do within 3 months. But if we are talking about of, okay, can you spend 6 months, can you spend a year, can you spend even 2 years without working, and you and your family live that same lifestyle? Okay, give an example. I don't know when you graduated, but let's now give an example that you graduated, let me say 2014. So from 2014 till to date, how many years are those? Closely 10, right, David?
Yeah.
So how comes that you have been working for over 10 years, but you can just spend 3 months without working and you can still live your lifestyle? Do you get my point? Like, you've been working for almost 30 years, 15 years, but you cannot even really spend a year without working. And you can still live that lifestyle with your family, but you have been working for those years. Don't you see that you're cheating your life? You're cheating yourself. You've been working for somebody for over 10, 15 years. But when it comes to you have your lifestyle, your freedom, those vacation, you can just afford 3 months. So does that make sense for you, Peter? Hope I answered your question. So, my dear friend, yes, you're not in that like, you are not in that stage whereby there are sometimes whereby you feel like, now I'm comfortable. Even me, when I graduated, I was like, I almost had everything. I'm like, this is my lifestyle. I almost afford everything. But then when you start to build a family, and at the end of the day, the jobs we are doing, the friends we have, at the end of the day, family is everything. When you're on the bed reading, family is everything. Your family, they're the one who is going to sleep down there with you on the bed, in the hospital. So that means if you don't create that time, and you created all that time building somebody's legacy, not thinking about yourself, then what? That's why most of the times we parents, we feel like, oh, I gave birth to this kid, I took care of them, I did this for them, I did nothing for myself, just taking care of these kids to see that they can survive on this planet. And now at the end of the day, these are the kids graduated, living good life, and they don't think even about you. You are not there for them. So why do you want them to be there for you? So it's too much when we start to talk about the passive income. It comes with a lot of benefits. It comes with a lot of things. So most especially when you have a family. I don't say that people who doesn't have families, that you should not build a passive income. You should, and it can give you. That's why sometimes you're gonna see wealth people, and if they don't have families, these are the people still they have to pay caregivers, just to come in their house, imagine, just to come your house, just to get to be with
companionship. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it makes sense for you people, but to my understanding, I felt like, for me, when I think of that time, I just think about family, and how can I connect with my family. If you don't know me a little bit about my background and my kids, we were not connecting. Me and my kid reach on an extent whereby he is speaking the Philippine language. I don't know even how they call it. Hi, Philippines. I love you guys. You raised my kid since he was 3 months, closely to 3 years. But at the end of the day, I realized that my boy is connected to the other family than the biological mother. So now I'm just sitting down like, during that age whereby now I need my family, because trust me, that age is coming. Even if right now, you're going for parties, clubbing, blah blah, there is that age whereby now you need your wife, you need your husband, you need your kids, and the kids are going now. So if you did not build that connection, and the only way we can build a connection is when we can still have that power to do it and to guide. But if you don't have it, then at the end of the day, what? That's why most of people here, I don't know other countries, but not my country, Africa, not really. We are family people. But at times I reach on an extent and I am like, how could a person having a 1 million house, this person has everything and is like, I have to sell everything and I go to a facility whereby now he or she is gathering with other people. Now that time is coming. So when we talk about passive income, when we talk about owning something for yourself, it's not all about only income. It's even the connectivity, like the connection to the family. Okay, so back to you, David.
Thank you, Dorothy, for that submission. You made some important points in that regard. Thank you very much. Yes, Dorothy, I concur with you that we are family-oriented people. Where we come from in Africa, we're family-oriented people. And I can say that we are still blessed and favored in a way that the environment is still nurturing family. You can raise your family or your kids with the help of extended family. We have support, childcare is it's quite affordable. Childcare generally is affordable in Africa. In these worlds, capitalistic worlds, it's difficult because even the person you leave your children with, as you go out in the world to work and make money, they look at that activity as work and they get paid per hour. You might end up at the end of the day, when you try to balance the books, that you're working for childcare. You know what I mean? You're paying $30 an hour for childcare, $25 an hour for childcare, and you're doing a 45 $45 per hour job. When you do the math, at the end of the day, you come to realize that you're actually working for the the childcare team. So what do you end up doing? You want to spend some time home raising at the expense of you earning a living. Okay, so what are we saying? The one of the alternative ways to balance that out is to go into a working environment that gives you the flexibility of time, okay, and income. So when you look at that critically, you realize that it's not many opportunities other than those that are leveraging off of digital technologies, online businesses, that are going to give you that kind of flexibility because you're working from home. Okay, it's only possible if you have that flexibility. You're working from home where you have an opportunity to take care of the little ones. You can run back and forth between those rooms to to sit your child and at the same time feed and do all these things that you need to do as a mother. Okay, take care of them. So in Africa, we know they will take care of you as well. Okay, taking care of you doesn't necessarily mean financially, even if it's one of the ways they do, But again, you need that companionship. You can only receive what you give. If you didn't give it, it's less likely that you will receive it. Because if you don't create that kind of relationship, then it's not there, you know. And we all know that money has a limit to what it can do for you. That's why, Dorothy, you were talking about people that are paying for companionship, you know. At old age, somebody is in a $1 million home, beautiful home, empty rooms, no grandchildren. Not that they don't have the grandchildren, they probably do, but they're with their fathers and mothers, and you know, there's no time to run all over the place, to and even grandmother you or grandfather you, you probably don't have that energy to to stay and look after these grandchildren, because it's a hustle out here. So at the end of the day, you ask yourself one simple question: how are you investing your time? How are you spending that time, especially if you have family? How are you going to balance that out with the crazy 8 to 5s that we do have? Somebody here mentioned something. I think it's a Jane Ackerman. He said the whole employment system is a scam. Oh man, she said the whole employment system is a scam. Well, I mean, it's out there. It's out there. They set up a system that will take your entire week. Okay, you only have a weekend to yourself. A Saturday where you can run up and down to do as much as you can. Okay, then a Sunday where you gotta spend some time to yourself, relax a bit, and then rejuvenate and get back onto the conveyor belt for another 5 days of the week. So there you go. You do that year in, year out. When you burn out, little to do, but life has to go on. And that's where you see all these challenges. Then people get depressed. The last time we were talking about depression, and people were saying, okay, depression is a state of mind, and very controversial topic out there. But yeah, and when you think about it, we're saying there are alternatives out there that can give you that flexibility of time. If you're a mother, if you're a father, you're a family, and you want to have that flexibility, somebody's doing the 8 to 5, get into something that will give you the flexibility of time and income, such that you can spend some of that time with your loved ones, with your family, doing the things that you love to do. Pretty much that's what we're saying. Dorothy.
All right. Thank you, David. So, um, I saw you didn't comment on Jenny's comment, but to me, I agree with Jen. But it's not that the reason why we are saying it's a scam or we sing it as a scam. It's not mainly that we say it. It's according to, it's my opinion. Okay, guys, this time round, don't take it the way you took the depression thing. Okay. It's my opinion, and I realized that okay, depression, it's people are talking, it's somebody's job, and we felt like we are let's leave that aside so that people remain with their jobs and everything. Okay, let's leave that aside. And now, and to correct you about that thing, we were not talking about the clinical depression. So you guys, you took two things, the clinical, and you wanted it to put it into the general one. So let's leave that aside. This platform is known for healthy conditions. We are not doctors here. We don't have experience, but I was just talking out of my opinion and as a victim. Okay, so we should leave that aside. All right. So now, when Jen commented on the all employment system is a scam, and she remembered. I remembered some, and it was just a clip. And the gentleman he just went back to school and is like, okay, I'm bringing back this, and bring back your papers so that you can give me my money back. It's a return. And then they're like, why? Because I have been looking for jobs for now 3 years. I don't get it. And then it's like, okay, but we cannot take your papers back. We cannot refund you. And it's like, then it's a scam. Why do you have not to refund me? It's not working for me. Give me my money back. And then eventually they sat down and it's like, okay, now advise me. What can I do? Because now I spend all these 70,000 coming here, study for all these 5 years, but then what? What next? And then the gentleman was like, you know what? Actually the gentleman was like, let's do this. Why do you have to put these courses out there? Yet we are going to look for the jobs and we don't get them. Why do you have? Tell us before we come and apply for them. And then the other owner of the university was like, okay, once we tell you the facts, you are not going to apply for it. You're not going to go and study for it. And yet, we are advising you guys to come and study so that you get jobs. Then it's like, then I've studied, but I have no job. That's why I came here, so that you give me my refund. And they see if I can at least go start up something now myself, because this doesn't work for me. So when Jen was speaking about the employment thing, and it's like, this is a scam, of course. But we are not discouraging people if you're really still working as an employee. Always the employee, being employee, it's a stepping stone or a stepping stool for you to start up something for yourself. So what we advise, that you just have to start up something. You could say that, okay, even if one day, one time, I cannot go to that regular job, can I still earn? Even if I'm sleeping, can I still earn? So you being in your bed at night while sleeping and you're still earning, then there is something you did different. But there is no way you start saying that you need a difference. You need to earn more, but you're still doing the same thing. You're still looking for another job. You're going to be in the same thing. I don't know whether you get it. You're going to still be the same thing. You just have to do things differently so that you can get those, so that you can get different results. But if you're still doing the same thing, you're not going to get some different results. And on top of that, sleeping at night, there's a reason as to why God created day and night, right? So we are trying to fight God because of the environment, the style, the work style, or whatever you are going through. We are trying to basically to fight God, because at night it's time for us to rest, right? That's why it's even dark. But then we have to go and work for those night shifts. Are we not fighting God? Then if you don't want to fight God, just sit down and say, okay, this is a person who created me. What do I need to do? You just have to start up something whereby trust me, things are there. It's not that everybody, they work day and night for them to survive or for them to build that wealthy generation. Actually, you building a generational wealth, it comes with three things. It comes with health, and it comes with peace and love. So however much you make a lot of money, but you don't have these three things, you cannot even rest. You cannot go for vacation. You cannot have that peace of mind. Then what wealth are you building at the end of the day? However, when you are starting, there's that effort, there's that effort you have to put in so that at that time you get the results. You cannot you cannot plant an apple and you expect to harvest an orange. you're going to invest an apostille, right? So back to you, David.
Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you, Dorothy. So really, in conclusion, we're saying there's many ways. There's many ways to look at things. There's many ways to look at life, but we're saying
Mhm.
that this thing we call work and the said retirement, when it kicks in at 65, for many, it's not the end of the world. For many, life has just begun. Okay, and we're saying, what's your exit plan? Goes back to the very question we asked initially. What's your exit plan? Okay, how can you work on some kind of exit plan? Because exiting the workplace or the work market doesn't necessarily mean you're giving up on life. You will continue to to um, to live, and you'll need resources. And yes, people have retirement packages and all sorts of pensions. But again, we are saying, who knows? What if you live an extra 40 years and your life still goes on? So, and this is money for you probably to take care of yourself and your health at that time. But if you have an opportunity to build some kind of uh, wealth or generational wealth for your family, there is an opportunity. Actually, there is an opportunity to plug into an existing system, an existing um, uh, system of companies and businesses leveraging on online technologies, and build something that you can leave for the generations behind you. Okay, and one of the ways to do that is to start early. While
Mhm.
you do your 8 to 5, we are saying there are alternatives out there that you can take advantage of and build slowly. These are systems that are reliable, and these are businesses that actually need real work. These are not scams, okay? Not get rich quick systems. No, you're working it. You're working a business, and you're growing it. And we are saying, what better way to do it now than later? Because later you will have slowed down. So you don't want to slow down, and you have all these challenges coming, and you're worried about where your next, where your next meal is going to come from, where your next source of income is, what your next source of income is going to be. Okay, and we are talking of mentorship and coaching, and we're saying that what better way to take advantage of these things? Okay, try to start a business with training wheels than later on again, where you'll be scrambling here and there looking for things, and you don't have that kind of experience, but you gotta do it anyway. And that's how people lose money, you know. So pretty much we're saying, embrace digital technologies, embrace working online, embrace starting your side hustle early enough, because that time is coming where the system is going to say, this is it for you. But we both know that it's just the beginning. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Thank you, David. Thank you so much. So so when you hear all our submission, we were talking basically it's like many of people they are just trading in time for money. If you don't work, if you don't report to that job, you're not going to work, you're not going to earn. So basically you have to trade in your time so that you can get this money. So now in our system or our business, what we are trying to help you is now to let money to work for you, not you to work for money. So now there is no need of you to start trading in time for money for you to make money. Okay. All right. So before we close, we are going to go through um, some of our
Comments?
comments. And sorry, back to you, David.
Yes. No, no,
You
no.
want
Read the comments, Dorothy. Just go ahead and read these comments. And
Okay, let me first start with this one. It's called Gillette. Okay, Gillette says, I just want to be self employed and be my own boss as I spend time with family. Wow. Do you want to take over, David? I know you're good at this.
Gerald, yes, Gerald, it's good to have the spirit, because this is all a mindset thing. Okay, it all starts in the mind. At some point, you gotta treat your mind, because um, you make the decision. Even a decision you haven't made, you have actually made. I keep saying this. Okay, when a decision has to be made, when you make it, well done, you've made a decision. When you don't make it, you still have made that decision. So basically, what we are saying, Gerald, is that you have treated your mind already. I see where you're taking this. You have realized, or you're in a place where you realize that, you know what, there are important things in life. And whatever we do, we have, where do we begin and where do we stop? Okay. At what expense? At what expense are we doing what we are doing? Okay, because there is that time where you have to take inventory of the time you've been spending away from the people you call your loved ones, because they're not going to be in your house for very long. People walk away after a certain age, 16, 17. They want to become independent. By 2021, they're finding an apartment. Before you know it, you only see them on a Sunday. And then before you know it, they're moving state. Okay, so now they're out of state. And then, you will only see them Christmas or Thanksgiving. You're growing apart. Okay, and the more you grow apart, if you haven't been in their lives, the bigger the gap. Okay, even that Thanksgiving I'm talking about, you'll only receive a phone call, happy Thanksgiving, Dad. you know so so Mr. Gerald, I see where you're taking this, and I'm thinking the mindset is right. I would encourage you to do your due diligence, take time, look around. We can help you with what we know. There's a description. There's a link in the description from wherever you're watching us from. You can take a look, do some due diligence, make a phone call. Let's share what we know. If you're cut out to do it, well and good, congratulations. If it's not for you, it's not the end of the world. But the mind is set in the right place. Good luck, safe journey wherever you're taking your research. And we're saying, start now, and your future self will thank you for the decision.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you, David, for that submission. Actually, when Jared commented on this, it shows that this cash flow thing, you know.
Mhm.
So to be honest, you are on the right pace, or you are in the right place. Why? Because these stages, we all have to go through them. There's nobody is going to tell you that they're owning a business when they've never done those regular jobs they've ever done, and then they took up their mind from that to a self-employed, and then from a self-employed to a business owner. I'm glad that you didn't jump straight away, oh, I want to be my own boss. Of course, you have to first be a self-employed, because they're all steps you have to go through so that you can be a better boss at the end of the day, a person who can build a generational wealth and legacy for your family. This is very nice. Just go to the description link, type in your name and email address. You will get in touch to any of us, okay? And you are in the right place. All right, so let's go up here. We have Jen again says trading time, health, energy, and Knowledge for money. Please wake up. Yes. Oh, wow, Jen. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please wake up, guys. You see, even in the comment section, they're telling you guys to wake up. Okay. Oh my God, this is interesting. Trading time, health, energy, and knowledge for money
Money
while growing
while growing
someone
someone
else's
else's business and
business
legacy.
and legacy, and business has you lose it. Oh, wow. Wake up, please. Guys, this is very, very informative. So, because what Jen just, like what she commented, I believe most of you, this thing is self-explanatory. We're not going even to talk about this because you becoming your or you going to your regular jobs, you are building somebody's legacy. But while building somebody's legacy, are you building your legacy? Are you sure where you're going to your regular job, when anything happens, can they take care of your family? When you're not there one day, one time, can they take care of your family? You know, it takes me back to the passive income, and whereby, look at Michael Jackson. He's no more. But do you think his kids can suffer? Why? Because he built that generational wealth. Imagine. So that is the business we are trying to tell you guys. This is the business we are telling you. Okay. However, we cannot come here and start telling you all everything and everything. It's because it needs to sit down one on one, and then start to, you as a person, you have to first understand, is it the business I can even go in? Because there are other businesses out there. But for us, we are here sharing what we know and what we worked for us. I'm here in the US and I've been here for over 5 years. I came here in 2019. It's not even over 5 years, it's just 5 years. But I know people have been here more than 15 years, 20 years, and they cannot spend even 2 months outside the United States. It's not that they cannot go, they can. Some of them are even citizen, but it's because of the environment, the lifestyle, that once I live, that's when I'm going to, my paycheck, it's gonna end, but my bills for my mortgage, they keep on coming. You get the point? So if you can really, really sit down and think about Jenny's comment, guys, it's just a wake up call, as she said. And then let's have, we have here Isabel. It says, thank you for your educative information. Thank you for watching, my dear. Thank you. We have Christina says, Christina from Washington, Seattle. Thank you for watching, my dear.
Christina, I know Christina.
Oh, you know Christina? Wow. Hi, Christina.
Hi, Christina.
Please hi to you.
Oh,
And
man.
then we have Angela says, Angela from New York, thank you very much, my dear. Anastasia says, highly recommended. Oh, thank you that you're recommending it. All right. Hello, watching from, is it Minnesota? Is this Minnesota? MN?
Yeah, MN is Minnesota.
Okay. Hi. Happy to be here. Thank you.
Boy.
The Doze always the money in the house. Oh my God.
Dozy needs a
trophy.
trophy.
Our gift at the end of the year.
Dozy needs a trophy.
Hope she will answer. Hope he will get our answers, like our questions answered. Wow, guys! Don't forget, if you've been with us from the day we started this platform, the end of the year, we're having a gift for those our followers, our viewers. But we have questions you will just have to answer. First person to answer, that is the first person will take that gift. All right, Jen, thank you so much. Thanks for educating us. Thank you from Sweden. I think even Switzerland, it's late, right? It's night there.
Switzerland.
Yes.
Switzerland. Yeah, it's nice.
Dizzy, my take home pay is not sustainable. Wow.
It's not sustainable. You see what we're talking about? Yeah, it's not, when he says it's not sustainable, it means he can pay some bills, he can get by, but if that's cut off, and at some point it will be cut off, you have to be in such a place where you have something to take you further, because life continues, life goes on, you know, beyond the retirement age of 65. Remember where we started from, and I told you, for me, I believe the whole retirement age for these in the job market, you know, where we do the 8 to 5 jobs, you're an employee somewhere. To me, that's a scam. You can't tell me that somebody at 65 is finished. I worked with, I was in corporate America for 2 years, you know, where I worked in cybersecurity, I was in networks, and as a systems admin, I was wearing almost 3 hats. Beautiful job, nice office, enjoying life. And I had a boss. My boss, the most wonderful man I've worked with is called Alan. From I think Alan is originally from his parents are from Ireland. I think they're from Ireland. You know, very cultured man. I enjoyed working with Alan. Alan was retired in my face. You know, this is a gentleman. I was talking, gray hair, nice white man, full of energy. He taught me so many things. Taught me so many things. How to be on it. You know. Oh man. But when Alan was retired, I felt it, because Alan was still the sharpest man I had worked with, okay, on the job. He was on it. He was very early every day to be on the job, because we're running a global operation. He was on calls with people in Germany very early in the morning at 5 o'clock. I just couldn't sit in those meetings. I said, Alan, I don't know how you do it, but I'm not going to be on the call at 5 o'clock and then do my regular hours. I know I could learn a thing or two from these engagements, but he has to be with the team in Germany very early in the morning, and I would end the day with him at 5, you know? And I was like, how are you doing this? He said, you know what? I mean, it's responsibility. It just came. I mean, it just kept adding. They just kept adding, you know, because he was there. He was on it. He was sharp. 65, but he was still on it. And I was like, okay, so now I understand this whole thing, retirement. Because if he was still that good, okay, on all the projects we were doing, and you know, he was managing so well, you know, when they set him free, I was like, what a loss, what a loss, what a resource. We lost a resource because of the age. They were saying 65, you know. And you know, I'm just in my mid-40s, okay, but he was still almost doing part of my job, Alan. You know, there were certain things he would be on so bad, and he would say, oh, David, you missed something. And I was like, what did I miss, Alan? He said, yesterday we spoke to such and such a team, and you were supposed to get to them this morning and give me feedback by 2. You've missed that. I was like, oh my God. But then I took care of it. And this is the feedback. And I'm like, oh man, you know, even when I had missed things or missed my tasks, he was still on it, that he would circle back, talk to those guys, make the calls, and then get back to me and say, David, you've lost something here.
So
you know?
David,
And I was like,
when you're saying retirement is not there?
So for me, when I hear 65, I know it's forced on some people. Some people at 65, they probably there. You know what I mean? Because we are not all made of the same elements. Some people age fast. Some people still got it. But for me, you know, to just cap it at 65 and build a mentality in people that they have to retire at 65. You know, in a way, you're setting you're setting a precedent and tuning people to think that at 65 it's time to lay their hands down. And yet, if you think about it, if you're in some of these environments and you're working with people at 65, they're still sharp and can do way so much to contribute to the success of any project or organization. So that's why I'm saying that, because there is that cap, because there is that set, retirement age, we are saying, how do you then transition? How do you plan for your transition? What's your exit plan? Because at 65, you're still energetic. You can do so much. Okay.
But
So we're saying,
the life not ended then at 65. However much
life is not ending. Life is not
I think
ending.
the body is demanding to
life is not ending.
to raise for some things, but you
life
still
is not
have
ending.
life goes on.
That's why we're saying that you need something, that gives you that flexibility, the flexibility of time, because now you're slowing down. I appreciate that people at 65 are slowing down. So you're slowing down, but at the same time, you're still very productive. So we're saying, if you have something to help you transition, I'm telling you, you'd be on the side of angels. You go digital, or you find something that you can do that will give you that flexibility. You can do, and it's borderless. You can do it at home. You can do it when you travel. You're not limited. All you need is an internet connection, a phone, and a laptop somewhere. Go enjoy your life. Travel this world. You have your pension, but you have something that's bringing in money. Travel the world. Enjoy yourself while you're making something. And keeping your mind sharp. An opportunity which you can scale. For me, the ability to scale this opportunity, to me, is a killer. Okay. I don't think I think I spoke to you about this. I'm doing this with my daughters. Okay. I'm doing it, but I scaled it. They have responsibilities. They're taking care of communication. They're taking care of other a lot of tasks, but they're taking care of certain things, and I'm paying them. Okay. So they're earning money. They're learning skills. It's something I'm trying to develop their skills as well. So I want them in it. But at the same time, we're all making money. It's not, I'm not trying to build a self-employment. I'm trying to build a business on or over a business. You understand what I mean? Such that even if one of them, of myself, is unable to carry on certain tasks, they can employ somebody and say, oh no, you know what? Papa is not capable. Lately, we see he has slowed down. Let's try to employ somebody to take care of his responsibilities here. And they will pay me.
I just remembered I was watching a clip from was it Elon Musk? They asked him why is your kids don't go to school, and he's like, I have my school at home. And then they ask him, how many kids in your school at home? He's like, about 14 kids. So those are my kids. And then he's like, why don't these kids go to other regular schools like other kids? It's like, okay, I have my school. If I get an engine, we say, how could we start this engine? We're going to go start it there together. So he's like, so when you're submitting, I saw exactly what he was like, training the kids, like, okay, this is how they start engine. So can you start it? If it doesn't start, then you have to check here what is going on, what is taking place. But still, at the other side is like, yes, I know kids, when they're with other kids, they really enjoy, because they're playful with other kids, developing other, But at the end of the day, is like, if I'm not there, can these kids survive without me? So when you submitted, it's exactly thing I saw that when Elon Musk was submitting that to a certain.
And let me tell you this, Dorothy. Let me tell you this, Dorothy. Kids are very amazing. Kids will learn from you. The kids are going to watch you. We have to be very careful when we bring kids into this world. They're watching us. And this is what they're seeing. You wake up in the morning, you leave them at a school, and you drive to go to work. You come back in the evening, probably pick them on your way back home, and it's another kind of another set of activities begins. Everybody has come back home. People are throwing their bags all over the place. Now you need to prepare some evening tea. People want to go and play their video games. Some want to go and watch TV. Say, no. You go and take a shower. You're doing all these things. Somebody is preparing meals. A different, you're lucky if you're past the stage where they really need you so bad. Because here now I'm talking, they're school going. But imagine the struggle you have when you're bringing them to a school going age. Okay, then there is a sweet spot where they're now a little mature and you can move with them. You can take them to school, drop to school, pick them. That's a little, but then they're watching your work ethic.
Exactly.
Okay, they're watching you do an 8 to 5. They're watching you lose jobs and jump on 2 new jobs, or lose jobs and go dry, and the challenges that dynamic brings in the family, the quarrels amongst spouses. They're seeing all these things. Okay,
right, yeah,
and it's imprinting. Now, if you don't try out certain things in life, if they don't see different, if they don't see any kind of transition, they're going to look at life the same way. They'll be trained to do an 8 to 5 as well. They'll go to colleges, they'll come out, and they'll worship their jobs. Okay? So, in a way, you have created a work monster. Okay? She's going to look at the job like her life depends on it. Even if you come and tell her, hey, you know what, there's something there's something different. If she didn't see that, or he didn't see that at all when she was growing up, it's like, it's very risky. I can't do it. Okay, I'll give you an example. I'm gonna switch this and show you something that happened when I was growing up. My father worked for pretty much these government parastatals. Okay, he worked in justice. He worked in central purchasing. He worked the corporate jobs. Something happened in between. He started his own insurance broking firm. He went into insurance. I saw him start that company. Straight from buying furniture, doing all these things, setting up an office. They used to sit like two consultants. They had a reception desk. They had somebody doing something else for them. He was running a show somewhere, and he was driving back and forth, talking to people, okay, and bringing on business. I was in rooms with him because now I was a young man, and he used to take me on some of these errands. Holidays, I'm not doing anything. I would tag along. So we would go together in his car. He would drive and talk to people. I would see how he engages these people. I kind of learned certain skills seeing him do it, because I would see his charm, talking to customers, signing deals. Sometimes he would leave me in the car or at the reception. He would get into a room. Sometimes I would be there with him. Sometimes as a young man, it gets boring in some of these rooms. So you want to stay just in a car. You wait for him to come back so you can go somewhere else. You're just enjoying the rides. When you're young, it's about many things. But I was seeing this activity going on, and I learned something. Sometimes lunch doesn't come on time, Dorothy. Okay? Sometimes it's not that he doesn't want you to have lunch on time, but he was in a meeting that extended that you had to wait, and then you'd go have your lunch at 2 or 3. Okay? So what does that tell me? It tells me that sometimes things don't come when you expect them. There are all sorts of dynamics that can switch things. But when you're doing an 8 to 5, there's a lunch hour. At between midday and 1:30, everybody leaves their desks. They go for lunch. So you're set in a certain way And after a long time, you fear to venture into a world of uncertainty. You fear to venture into a world of uncertainty. When you come out to do a business such as this, it's a world of uncertainty. Okay? Because you're running your own business. You're going to wear many hats. Okay? As you're becoming your own boss, you are signing on to wearing many hats in the beginning until you scale it and say, okay, now I think I need an assistant. Now I think I need somebody to handle this. I think now I'm ready to put in money and have somebody take care of this. So as you're scaling, as you're growing, you can then redeem some of that time, okay, and become a bit free. But we are saying, what better time to start now while you're still doing your 8 to 5, okay, where you have certainty of lunch at midday. Okay, that's certainty of the paycheck in 2 weeks.
Tell them.
But you do this thing on the side and grow it, such that when that time comes to transition, we are talking about an exit plan. We are talking about a transition period, which will come for many of us. So once that time comes, what happens? You've already cushioned yourself. Okay, you've gone through. You've kind of been protected against these things. But anyway, here is my point as I go back, that these kids are watching us and they're learning. Guess what happened when I finished college? You think I looked for a job? I didn't. I started my own company. 24 years. I went into IT consulting immediately. Okay? It was tough. But I was prepared for it. I knew that sometimes lunch comes at 4 o'clock. So sometimes I'll go on a project and work, and I know that things are not going to be regular. Sometimes I'll make money, other days will be bad. So I got to learn to budget and not spend when I have a surplus, not just spend it all. Because I know there will be such a time when things are not very good, and I need to depend on that surplus. So you learn to budget and you learn to do some of these things. But for me, I'm saying that as we do life and as we, that's the beauty of doing these things while you can, because you're teaching your children as well. You're not just doing it for yourself, but you're doing it, and this is an opportunity for you to teach your loved ones, your young ones. That's why I told you, Dorothy, that why I love this kind of opportunity is because I've been able to scale it and involve my own. And they're on a salary. It's not a lot because they're young ladies, but it's something. I'm teaching them to work. I'm teaching them to earn by giving me something.
Wow.
Give me something. Do something for me. Participate in this thing called making money, so that you put some value to the entire activity. You just don't think that Papa's money is coming from a tree. I don't have a dollar tree. I don't have a dollar tree. I don't have a dollar tree. So I'm telling them there's no dollar tree here, but you can start watering your own dollar tree. How? Give me some activity into what I'm doing and I'll pay for it. So anybody that's watching out there, and you're a parent, you're a mother, you're a father, we are saying some of these things that we are telling you to do are not just for your own good. You're going to start something on the side, but your kids are watching you. You might be the reason they actually become entrepreneurs in future because they've seen you do it, or at least they've seen you try. So once such a time comes for them and they can't find employment, because Dorothy, every day we come out here and talk about what's going on in the valley. We are in California. If you're living in Northern California, you surely know that AI and robotics are eating away into people's jobs. People
Even Africa,
jobs.
Kenya, I saw a restaurant in Kenya. They already have those waitress. Is it robot now?
Yeah. There's a full.
It's a hotel.
There's a restaurant that is fully run by robots. I think I saw that as well. But you see, this is what I'm saying. When you see things here, you tend to move and think faster because you see what's coming. Okay. So now by the time it trickles down to catch up with you wherever you are, we are saying there's no better time than to try out things now and be able to show your loved ones some kind of a way that they might actually depend on in the near future. They might have to embrace digital technologies and the digital way of doing business. So thank you for watching us tonight. We've extended an extra couple of minutes. I
Yeah.
hope
Let me
you learned
let me just
something.
finish the point, the comments. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
go through a
All right.
lot. I'm not going to put any comments, guys. David, like it was self-explanatory. If you just joined us, just go and watch the replay, guys. You will get to see all the detailed
Ah,
information. But Kenyans believe there is a dollar tree in America.
ah.
Jesus
There's
Christ,
no
to
interest.
teach them.
I've looked for it. I've looked for it. I thought it was in Silicon Valley. There's no Dollar Tree.
Oh, this session, it's really
You are the Dollar Tree. You are the Dollar Tree.
your 9 to 5, it's your dollar tree to them.
There's no Dollar Tree.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you very much, Laura's. Oh,
That
this
was funny.
commented. So thank you very much. It's a very informative session. Thank you, Jen, to watching us to the end. Thank you so much. We have Carol here. Amazing business opportunity. Thank you very much. Oh, she's in California. Hey, Carol.
Hey, girl.
We're in California. I think thank you for your educative information. Wow. Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Elsa.
David and
Is it
Dorothy.
Elsa?
Dozy.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. I think I clicked in something.
Yeah, we have Dozy. Thank you, David and Dorothy. Huh, for your time and educating
Dorothy.
us. Thank you so much, Dozy, for watching us. You're always with us to the end. Thank you. We had Christine already. We have Jared. And what I want to tell you, we have Junior says worth it checking out. Thank you so much, Junior, for watching us. And Jen, she did already. It says come. And then Jen watching from Cities Land already. Daisy from Boston. Thank you so much.
They should look in the description. There's
There's a
if they
link.
want. Yeah.
Yeah, just type in your name and email address. You will get in touch to any of us one-on-one and take you through. But what I want you to put in mind, guys, while starting up or contacting any of us or click on that link in the description, we are not giving out jobs online, okay? We are helping you to start up your own business.
Online
Okay,
business.
your own online business. So the word starting, guys, quote me well. The word starting, like start, it means investing. Okay, you have to you need something. Like there's a $149. We always, if you can go to whatever you are watching us, go watch those. I think, is it last month we talk about our $149, the registration fee. Why do you have to pay it? It's even refundable. So come put it in mind that you are not going to be given an online job, but you are starting up an online business. That's why I myself, it took me 9 months to quit my regular jobs. So that means I started it, but I was still doing my regular jobs because I had to facilitate my business so that I can quit other jobs, you know? So as I told you that you have to put it in mind, you are starting up a business, okay? And I have a comment. It's just somebody inboxed me and they want me to put here. It's okay. But then the comment was saying, I think that's why she even inboxed me, because it's kind of a shameless question, right? But let me put it out there. This person, she's telling me that it's an online business, advising us to do online business, but then you still ask for money. please don't put my comment up there. Okay, I'm not gonna put it there. I'm not gonna mention your name, but let me deliver, because thank you for asking. Because even there are other people, you asking, even other people, they might not like put in the comment section there asking those questions, but I'm glad you bold, at least you inboxed me. Okay, so now this goes back to you. When you went to school, you went for those masters, PhDs, the degrees. You invested in yourself. You paid that tuition. Okay, after paying, you have your papers in place. Then, where are you supposed to sit in your house, and then at the end of the day, you start earning? Or you have to wake up and go to your regular job so that you can earn. You get my point? So you paying the 149, it doesn't mean that you're going to, after paying, then you're going to just sit down and then money comes in. No way. There's that effort. We need that 20% out of you as a business owner. Okay? We need that 20%, because we have an automated system. We have coaches. We have mentors. We have this system which takes almost 80% of the work. To be honest, if you're a business owner, unless it's a scam, nobody's going to tell you that, you know what, just pay this money, sit down, every month you're going to earn this. That's why at the end of the day, you're like, oh, I started an online business, I paid $1,000, 10,000, and within 2 years it disappeared. Yes, it has to disappear because there's no effort. How do you expect how do you expect for you to get result out of it, yet you are just seated? But even when you went to school, get those degrees, you were even still supposed to go to work. And now for you, you're telling me that you paid your 10,000, but you seated and waiting at the end of the month to get paid. Get paid for what? To be honest, for you putting your 10,000 there and sit down and then you get paid? Unless you have a system which is already there, unless you're buying shares, maybe let me say iPhone or Apple devices, you're going to buy shares out of it. That means it's a business which is already existing. You get the point? But this is where now, if you cannot afford to buy those shares, then iPhone is going to say, okay, now you can start it slowly and build it till you reach this level where now you have shares. Now it doesn't matter if you work, if you don't work, if you do it, you still earn. But right here, you have to build it. So, hope I answered your question, that even if you go to school, you pay that tuition, but after your studies, you still have to go to work so that you make money. It's not you, after getting your documents, you're going to sit and then money comes in. So I don't know that business works like that. Unless you're a billionaire, unless you're a millionaire, billionaire, you're going to go to these big companies, buy those big shares because the company is already existing. Now you're part of them. Then you get commission or that portion out of the commission made, or out of the sales, or out of the profit made globally in a company. But if it's not, then it's a scam, right? So I want you to get prepared that you're coming for business. You're not coming for a job. Like every month, we always receive these comments whereby people say, how much am I going to be making every month? Okay, dude, wait. Can you tell me how much Apple devices make every month? One day they're going to make like $1 million. Another day they're going to make like 600. The other day they make 2 million. You are a boss. Any boss, you don't have, what should I call it? You can just have an estimate that, okay, if a month goes super bad for me, I can make maybe like $600,000. But if it's really nice, I can go to 3 million. But you're not going to have this, I call it stagnant payment every month. It's like a stagnant water, Every month you have that paycheck of a rotate. I don't know how to call it. Guys.
So anyway,
let's just go to the comments. And today we
guys,
took forever.
Thank you. You know what? Let's cut it short, guys. Thank you very much. We wouldn't want to drag you here for another 1 hour.
Another 1 hour. It's always at 1.5 hours. So let's just go through
Yeah.
all of them. I think I go to everybody. Thank you for watching. I think I'm done with that. I'm not gonna go through everything, guys. I know you've been there watching. Dollar Tree. This comment. It's really funny. Kenyans. Who is a if you're a person from Kenya and you're watching this, can you comment? I'm from Kenya. Can you comment, you guys? Hi, Dora Tree. Wow. Thank you. Okay, yeah, I went through this, and this is Jan. You are investing in a business. It's not another employment scam. Wow. Thank you, Jan. Thank you. I wish we should bring Jen one day in this platform. Who is Jen? Jen, we want you. Inbox us. We need you to come on our platform one day. By the way, you guys, one day, one time, we will like to get people from the comment section, and you come give us your opinions, okay? Even your bosses put in effort by employing you to do their job, stroke work.
That's true.
Very true. And this is going to be our last comment, guys. I'm not going to go through everything. I realize that every comment, it comes up with another discussion. So we might be here forever, but next time, yeah, this one is saying, hey, Dorothy and David, please try to bring up these kind of shows again, like when you're just discussing. Wow. Okay. I think we have to think about that, David. Have to think about it. I think people like having conversations. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. And I believe we are going to close from here and see you next week, Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time, 10 p.m. UK time. I hear Jenny's in Switzerland. What time is it there? Okay, guys, I think is it. Unless, David, are you saying something before we close?
Well, you've said it all. And apart from wishing viewers, wherever you are, a wonderful week, a wonderful and prosperous new week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, and quick recovery to our Dorothy M. She's sick, but probably next Sunday we will be with her. And bye-bye, everybody. Happy weekend. Have a wonderful, oh my God, look at this. Switzerland, it's 12:30 a.m. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Wow. Okay, bye-bye, and see you next time.
Join us every Sunday for an episode of the Digital Business Forum
at 2 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. MST, 5 p.m. EST, and 10 p.m. GMT.
This forum will feature successful, experienced digital business owners with inspiring information to help you make that informed decision about starting your own digital business. By starting your own online business, you will have more free time to take control of your life, create generational wealth, retire early, and make money from anywhere in the world with just your laptop, phone, and internet. If this resonates with you, don't miss this Sunday. Digital Business Forum. Be informed, be inspired.